Oh my god, I'm so red. I'm an embarrassment to Floridians everywhere. Hey guys, welcome back to the Adventures of Mandy and Major. I'm Mandy, this is Major over here. Sorry this video is a little late, I meant to post one yesterday, but I ended up going to the beach. I just recently graduated with my first AA, so Major and I went back home to our parents for a few days, and we just kind of hung out there. My parents live by the beach, so I haven't been to the beach in so long because I have just too much stuff going on where I am, and we went to the beach. And where are you going? You can't just leave. That's kind of rude. And he's gone. So I just went to the beach and I haven't been in a while, so I got a little burned, but don't worry, it'll turn to a tan like after. But I was just getting to the point where I was so pale, and we're Floridians and we live in Florida, so I was like, I should not be this pale and live in Florida. This is ridiculous. I need to go back to the beach. So we did that and went back to the beach. Major didn't go. Major's actually never been to the beach. He'll go to the beach in his future, but I want to wait until it's a day where it's kind of like getting close to like sundown and it cools down a little bit, just because I feel like he would be miserable running around. He's not a beach dog. Like Shiba Inus are not meant for beach type things. So, are you mad at me because I made you come back on the bed when you left? I'm sorry. There's worse things in the world I could have done. All right, you pout. Alrighty, so we're just gonna get right into this here. So a lot of you guys have been asking me questions about Shibas, and a lot of you guys have started off with, oh, if I get a Shiba Inu puppy. So I figured we should make a couple little like service announcements about getting a Shiba Inu puppy, just some basic facts of what you guys need to know. So first fact, this right here, this length, this size, this is about as big as they're gonna get. So they're not going to be as huge as like labs. They're not going to be, this is the biggest size Shiba Inus get. And if you guys have seen my Twitter, you see pictures of Major, so you know like kind of more of an accurate like size. But they don't get to be very big dogs. So that's the first thing to know about having a puppy, that they aren't going to grow to be super huge, which is like, you know, good or bad depending on what you would like. But if you're looking for like a German Shepherd size type dog that's going to like run around and play, like that's probably not the dog for you. So, all right. One thing you need to know, so there are little like words that go on saying that Shiba Inus are hard to train. That is 100% true. Even as puppies, they're fucking impossible. They're their own, like, they have their own state of mind. They're gonna do it on their terms. So if you want to train your Shiba Inu, start them off as a puppy. As quick as you can do that, start them with training. They are hard to train even as puppies, but you'll have better luck than trying to train them later down the road, because once you try to do that later down the road, they're not going to listen, even like slightly. So start off by training them as soon as you possibly can. So that is definitely one thing. Another thing too, so another fact that you need to know, Shiba Inu puppies they are a little bit more hyper when they're younger. So you need to remember that I get Major a harness, even though I didn't have him as a little puppy. Even when he was a little bit, you know, when he was like couple years old, he was hyper when he first started off. So he would actually run away and he would find a way to get out of the collar. And Shiba Inu puppies try to do that too. So make sure you get a harness or something for them that they can not run away in, because they love to run. They love to be on, you know, go on like walks and stuff like that. So you need to make sure that you have a harness or a type of leash that they can't get out of, because they will get out of their collar. They learn a lot of different ways to get out and be bad dogs sometimes. So make sure you know that. Another thing, so fact number 3, I think I'm on fact number 3. If you guys have other animals, Shiba Inus are known to be hunting dogs. They're known to hunt rodents. They're known to hunt, you know, things like bunnies, etc. If you have any of those animals, ferrets, bunnies, any like maybe guinea pigs, hamsters, make sure you put them away, because Shiba Inu puppies like to get into everything. So if you have any plants that are dangerous or harmful to animals, make sure you put them up. Make sure you put your other animals, your rodent type animals or whatever you have up, so they cannot get into it, because I promise you they will try to find them, and that's what they're meant for. They're hunting dogs, so it's in their natural, it's their instinct to hunt these animals. So make sure the cages are locked Make sure they're up where the dogs can't get them because they will try at any opportunity. So just fact about that, which is really, really important. You don't want to have anything happen, if you know what I mean. So make sure that is for sure a thing. Let's see. Another thing. So Shiba Inus, a lot of people think that when they're puppies, they're going to be shedding a whole lot. They actually don't shed a lot as puppies. And it depends, again, we're from Florida, so Major is a little bit more when it comes to grooming him and upkeep with his fur. It's a little bit more for me just because Shiba Inus are meant for more cold, like up north areas. So he's in Florida and he has to be, you know, constantly kept up with grooming. He sheds more because he's in a more hot area, humid area. But if you live up north, you might not have that problem as much. And especially as they're puppies, they don't shed a lot. They don't have a lot of upkeep. And that's also because they like to groom themselves. So they are compared to cats a lot. And you will actually find the puppy, especially as puppies, licking themselves and grooming themselves like a cat would, literally exactly like a cat would. So they're very clean type diva prima donna animals. So they are for sure going to make sure that they are kept clean. Sometimes it's going to be hard to walk them because like Major does, Major won't walk in the rain. And he won't even put his paws in the mud. So always keep that in mind, but do make sure you still keep up with them because if you do take too long to like brush them and you don't keep up with their, you know, giving them baths and, you know, when they're shedding, they can get clumps of fur and stuff that are all, you know, knotted up and everything, and you don't want that, and it's not fun for them either. It's miserable for the dog. Another fact about Shiba Inu puppies is be gentle with them. They are very sensitive dogs, and they're very, very sensitive when they're younger, and they have a lot of love that they want to give. So make sure you give them that love. Make sure you're around them if you want to have that attachment, and they're very loyal dogs. So once they attach to you, they attach to you. So make sure you take very good care of them because they do need people that are, you know, especially as puppies, if you need to be home as much as possible at least, especially when they're good for being alone dogs. They're known for being good by themselves. But when they're young and they're puppies, you want to be around because they might not necessarily grow that attachment or bond with you if you are gone constantly and you can't take care of them constantly and stuff like that. So make sure you take the time to appreciate them and love them and pet them so they know you. Let's see, another fact. Major, do you want to tell a fact about Shiba puppies? Oh, he's still mad at me, so I guess I see that look. You give me the evil eye. And I really don't appreciate it. We're going to have a talk when this video's over. God. That's what you deal with all the time, constantly. So just prepare for the attitude problems. Another fact about Shiba Inu puppies. So they are expensive, okay? I'm not even going to try to like tell you, oh no, they're not that price. They're expensive. They are very expensive dogs, whether you get them as an older Shiba or if you get them as puppies, especially if you get them as puppies. They are pricey dogs, so they are going to range from around $800 to $1,400, typically is their price range. A lot of them are from breeders just because it is hard to find them in shelters. You can find them in shelters, you can find them in adoption areas. It's just they don't get a lot of them, and when they do, people snatch them right up because they're Shibas, and everybody wants a Shiba puppy. So they typically around that's where you're gonna get for breeders. And if you're not comfortable with breeders, which I completely understand because I'm kind of the same way, I'm not necessarily extremely comfortable with getting a dog from a breeder, especially with all of the other dogs that need to be adopted. You can look into, I'm not sure if they have it in other states, but Florida actually has a Shiba Inu rescue organization. So you can go there and they have their dogs for a little bit cheaper. And if you do find a rescue organization, whether it's specifically for Shibas or if it's just a rescue organization, a humane society, a shelter in general, they will have them for cheaper. I was looking at some because I was researching it the other day, and they were having them, the ones in Florida was around $400 to $800, which is a lot cheaper than going to a breeder and paying over $1,000. But if you want this dog, that's completely fine, but just know you're gonna have to pay a price for it, a very expensive price to get the animal. If they are selling dogs or Shibas that are very, very cheap, I would definitely look into that. Make sure the dog's okay, health conditions, make sure there's nothing really going on, because typically if breeders sell their dogs for very, very, very cheap like that, there's, not all the time, there's some cases where it's not true, but a good majority of the time, there's something wrong with the dog or maybe the environment. There's something not right. And you want to make sure that dog is healthy. And if the dog isn't healthy, you want to make sure that it's something you can manage price-wise, you know, to help care for them. If it's something that you can manage, you know, if they are having health problems or some health conditions, that you're able to have the time and you're able to be with them if they need you. So just make sure you really look into that, because it's always really sketchy when these breeders and stuff are all of a sudden selling Shiba Inus for really, really cheap. Just make sure you find out a good reason why. Other than that, they're very cat-like animals. If you like cats, you will like this dog. They are vocal from the second they're born. They are vocal animals for the entire time. I don't know if they're vocal as Major is. I guess it all depends. It all depends on the Shiba, but they are crybabies. So if they don't get what they want and they're kind of spoiled, you're leaving again. Oh. I don't know what that look was, but that was not nice. So they are vocal dogs. So just make sure if you don't want a loud or noisy dog, just forewarning, they are loud and noisy dogs. And also too, just make sure you're with them. Make sure you take good care of them. And if they are vocal and talk to them. They love talking to their owners, you know, and communicate with them as much as you can. So they know that they, you know, can talk to you and hang out with you. So other than that, and they have personalities, by the way, from as soon as they're born. I know Shibas are very famous for their unique personalities, and they do. I love all dogs. You know, I think all dogs are great dogs, but there's something different about Shiba Inus that makes them so, like, special. And it's their different types of personalities. And as soon as you see them, you know, for a Shiba puppy, you'll know which one is right for you and which one works for your home. So that's just a couple quick facts. If you guys like this video, please let me know. Don't forget to subscribe. We will be posting videos every Wednesday of Major and some of his crazy little shenanigans, so you will be expecting those. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed your little weekend. If anyone did graduate, congratulations. I'm super proud of you. Continue to do well. And we are going to continue to post normally. So other than that, I hope you have a majorly good day.